Hi folks, if you can tune in right now and you've not got an advert, welcome to the next iteration of the Script Off. And today we've got one familiar face, as it were, to Script Off, and someone who is new. So today I'm joined by Rorrik, who you may remember defeated me in the first Script Off challenge with his AI Juniper. He's also the scripter of Vagabond, Silvertongue, and more recently Gladiator in the Prince of Arena tournament. And Rorrik's going to be facing Kimberly, who is co-scripter of the Morrigan, and also got some amazing AIs that I play regularly with, Chill AI and the United Queendom's AI. She's made many more as well. And they're both going to be facing off for our enjoyment today. So welcome both Rorrik and Kimberly.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. And point of contention, Juniper victory was 100% because of refereeing decisions.
I accept the referee's decision for it, but it was good fun. And I think that was on Golden Pit, I think that was. So yeah, good matchup with that. Just going to pan over to the stream and just make sure that everything is working on the stream okay. Yes, it is. Brilliant. I can see it on there now. So I'm just going to share this with the Discord because I said I would. And just to talk people through what we're about to do, so the way that Script Off works is two competitors do not know what map they're going to be playing on, and they do not know what civs they'll have a choice of. So to decide this, they will be doing a draft. And the way that draft works is I've got a pool of 9 maps picked with slightly different scripting challenges or hurdles in mind. And what will happen is when we hit go, the system's going to pick 3 random maps from that pool, and then Rorrik is going to eliminate one of those maps, and then Kimberly will eliminate a second map, and then the map that's remaining will be the map that we play. Following on from that, we'll then draft for civs, leaving 2 civs for each player to choose between. And those 2 civs can be exchanged either way in any of the matches that they play. The matches will be a best of 3, 1v1. So if you want to, you can play same civ for all 3 matches, or you can mix it up if you happen to have the time to script for more than 1 civ. And once we've got the map picked, I'll do a quick countdown. And unlike previous script offs, we're actually going for 2 hours rather than 3 for this one. So Kimberly and Rorrik have opted to go and do this for hard mode. So good luck on that one. So in the meantime, if anyone is in the chat, hopefully volume is okay. And as you hear Rorrik and Kimberly speaking, just let us know if there's any issues there. Otherwise, we'll get started with the draft. So when you're both ready, go ahead and click that you're ready, and you'll then have, Rorrik, I think you'll have 30 seconds to eliminate your first map.
Alrighty. Baltic, Scandinavia, and Black Forest. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. All right.
We got a mix of...
Wait, I wanted to snipe that.
So we're leaving Baltic or Black Forest. So Black Forest is going to be our first map. We've got a second run of this a bit later. So for the next run with Toby and Promi, we'll eliminate Black Forest from the pool. But cool, closed map compared to other ones we've had on Script Off. Awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch on over to the Civ picks now. And I'm just going to get you a link for that.
This drive does not exist.
Uh-oh.
It's a good start. In that case, I will refresh it. It might be because I've had it open a while in the background. Let's try this again.
Ah, yeah, no, that works. So it's working this time as well.
And this will pick 3 random civs for each of you. And then what you'll each get the option to do is snipe a civ from the opponent's 3 choices. And you'll both do that at the same time. So you'll both get 30 seconds for a go.
That's amazing.
Wait, why do you get killed?
No, yes, you. You're on the left, Kimberly.
Oh.
The question is Rorrik going to be kind or cruel? He has been kind there. Okay, so though Kimberly seems to have already maybe explained what she might be going for, we've got Japanese and Celts as the 2 choices there for Kimberly, and we've got Malians and Dravidians for Rorrik, which were, I think they were different civs from your last time around. So new map, new civs. Cool. Just panning back to you guys. How we'll go to Kimberly first. How are you feeling about Celts and Black Forest? I'm assuming it's Celts.
Celts like wood, and Black Forest has wood, so Celts happy.
Celts happy.
And Rorrik, what do you make of Malians and Dravidians from that?
I was kind of hoping for an eagle civ so that I could do eagles because I've never done eagles before, but these do my backup plan pretty well.
Okay, yeah, no Hussite wagons, so no red phosphor strat for you.
I was hoping for Bohemians. The Bohemians are really fun.
Yeah,
people like Bohemians, and I have no idea about them. So I was like, I have no idea. I don't want to fight something I don't know.
Hussite wagons are really strong, basically.
Yeah. I already did that with Vagabonds, so this will be fine.
Nice. Well, in that case, what I'm going to do is just bring the timer up to get ready to set that for 2 hours. Any questions before you get started?
No. Absolutely not.
All good. Well, in that case, any final messages for each other before I mute you both?
May the best wood chopper win.
I wasn't going to chop any wood.
Good luck, folks. I'm not going to deafen you just yet, so I'll let you know when the timer kicks off, and then I'll go and check out your stream. So just muting you both there, so you won't be able to hear. You won't be able to speak, sorry. And then timer's going to kick off in 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off. I just got the time up on screen there. And what we'll have here, you'll see we've got both Kimberly and Rorrik's streams up here, so they'll be typing as they script. And as you can see here, we've already got Kimberly going straight in there with some basics of sorting out explore groups. For a reminder of the rules on here, so both scripters are allowed to use the AI reference guide, so they can use that whole website and kind of look things up if they need to. They're also allowed to look up and use any constant files that they may normally use in their AIs. So, for example, there's one that is quite common across user patch AIs, which just means that people don't have to define certain terms or unit types over and over again, because everyone will be doing a similar thing, and it's a bit of a time saver, particularly as we've got 2 hours for this script off. But they won't be able to kind of just copy whole chunks from their old scripts from there. And so we can see they're both starting with some strategic numbers. And really, for this moment here, they're just going to get their Dark Age eco up and running and just make sure that kind of the maybe less optimal strategic numbers that are set by default are reset. So things like gathering works kind of in a better, kind of more modern AI way. I'm just going to pan back over to Twitch. Saw that we had a Randy join a moment ago. All good from there. I realise I still got you on mute and not deafen, so I'm just going to deafen you both, Kimberly and Rorrik. Thanks for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here actually is I'm going to pan away and actually load up the game, because at the moment they're just going to be doing starting eco. And I'll do this for the other games as well. So what I would be doing, perhaps if it wasn't Black Forest, such a familiar map, is I would go straight into Scenario Editor, and I would load up some map generations just to see what exactly it is that I'm working with. And each of the maps that are in the pool got slightly kind of different opportunities and challenges from a scripting perspective. So things that you might be able to do as a human player might be quite tricky or have a different workaround when you're using an AI. So Black Forest, obviously, a lot of good food and potentially some bore pockets as well that generate, which is great. To make use of that, both AIs are going to either need to expand their town size so that they can kind of build across and eventually get mills around this area. They've also got the opportunity to use direct unit control to maybe get scouts or long-range villagers to purposefully seek out scouted boars and lure them back. But default behavior won't pick up these boar. They're too far away. So settings would need to be changed to allow that. Of course, they can also decide to build mills further out, and that would help too. We've also got little pockets of water here in some generations, which could form an obstacle if they put any doc code or build doc commands in there, and they they don't have a search for fish or anything like that. Then you may end up docking an empty pool, and also by default, AIs aren't necessarily good at fish traps. Direct unit control would be needed for that, so that would be an opportunity if either of them decide to go down that route. The other biggie, which we've not had in script off yet, is this is a fairly closed map, particularly this generation here. We just got a nice little choke point. So AIs, you have kind of an advanced way of doing it, but also there's a real basic way of building walls around the base. By default, the old commands would build a square in a kind of an arena style, and you'd have a little bit of control over how big that square is. Or you can use effectively a form of direct unit control, or kind of, I suppose, tile focusing to draw up exact walls and gates. It takes a bit more time, so the time limit may push people away from this. But you can imagine this situation, if you were able to just identify and wall up this gap here, you'd save a lot of resources, and you'd be able to secure this all for yourself. We've also got the option of late game siege. Again, by default, AIs do not target trees with their siege. So onagers or anything that can cut through trees wouldn't normally kind of cut through it. So with some direct unit control, again, if they take the time to do it, may negate any walls that get built up. So there's an opportunity with that too. Other than that, we've got lots of resources. So these could go into longer games. And a lot of this, I think, is going to come down to map generation as well, in that some boars being just a couple of tiles closer may trigger for default AI behavior to pick them up, whereas, again, a couple of tiles can make the difference between them not being spotted as well. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to pan back over to them now and see what we get from them. Okay, so interestingly, we've got some constants for different ages. And Kimberly is, Rorrik, sorry, is already testing there. Some good early testing is a good option here, I think, as well, particularly with when you're doing Dark Age eco. I found first time I played against Rorrik, boar lawing was particularly tricky to get a hold of. Getting that right was tough. Let's have a zoom in on Rorrik, see what he's doing. So he's defining his ages. Oh, and this is a nice, clever little tactic here as well. I've not used this myself, but I've seen a couple of other AIs do this. And it's a signature Rorrik thing as well that I've seen him do on some of his streams. He is not only defining his ages through constants, so he's got these mapped out here, but he is also defining when he's triggered a research into a new age, triggered an age up. And he may do this to try and detect opponents with score drop as well. But what this means is, if you think over at some of Rorik's other AIs, say Silvertongue. Silvertongue has a pretty nasty crossbow rush. And so what he'll do is when he's aging up into Castle Age, he's gearing everything up for that immediate power spike, so that any archers that he's built up, they start advancing just at the right time, and then they hit crossbow by the time they get to the base. I think that's the aim of it. We can also see here he's defining constants with G South X, G South Y. This means that Rorrik is intending to do some form of direct unit control or direct building placement, which is exciting to see. I think in our game, we both initially tried to do some direct unit control. And with the time limits, we ended up giving up on it to try and get the basics right. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with this. So he's just initializing some things here to get going. Over on Kimberly's screen, you can see she's getting the basics down first. And I'm given Kimberly's kind of solo AIs, so Chill AI and the United Queendoms. The main focus for them is kind of a macro style. It's about getting the right researches in and really just gunning down on a couple of different unit types. So this would be maybe the kind of thing that I'd be scrambling to do last minute and maybe missing some upgrades. So having Kimberly get this done at the start might help out, because I would say at the end of the 2 hours, I'm not expecting Kimberly to not have Imperial Age, for example. There you go. You can already see at the top that she's researching it. Whereas we saw in both Fireball and the Night Pandas script off, they both had really direct strategies and somewhat aggressive strategies. We had a aggressive fast castle, and we had a tower rush with that, but neither of them researched Imperial Age because they were just focused on really getting that initial attack right. If this gets drawn out into a long game, which I expect it might be on Black Forest, then this may help. And you can see here that Kimberly is adding some self taunts in there as well. I'd say that these could be used for debugging. But given where this is, I think she's embracing the pyromaniac element of this AI with arson. So thinking about this from if I were doing this myself now, looking and kind of anticipating Black Forest, I think, although it might be tempted to go for something quite aggressive, I actually think walling up in some way, even if it is kind of a pretty basic one, I think will go quite far. You can see here we've got a switch there from Kimberly over. She's looking at tech trees. Also like the background she's using for that one. I think she's got the Joan of Arc one, but it's got a some sort of mod that's making that look quite distinct. But yeah, I'd say actually walling up and booming, it's a fairly easy thing to do with an AI. It's not a strategy we've seen before on script off, because normally because you've got no idea what the opponent's going to be doing, you're fearing a rush of some sort. You're fearing that your opponent is going to be able to add in some really good micro in a couple of hours. And so I think the knee-jerk reaction is to also go aggressive, so that you don't get eliminated straight away. But on a map like Black Forest here, I wouldn't be fearing that as much, even in a script off situation. Wall up, get to Castle Age, boom with a couple of TCs, and then maybe I would then use some DUC to cut through trees. I think that would probably be my go-to with that. Thinking about the civs that they both have, I imagine Kimberly's likely going to go for Celts, because it's one of her favourite civs. It's quite well known for that, and the siege would be pretty good for that. But I also think that the Trebs for Japanese would be really good here. Going over from Rorrik's side, in terms of civs, I would go down and pick Malians over Dravidians in this case. I just think they've got a bit more variety, and I think Betos could be quite a fun choice to go for here. If you're already going to be castling up, then they might be a nice way to deal with the siege, because the melee damage will cut through quite nicely for any onagers or scorpions that Kimberly might put together in the late game. And again, we've still got some initializing happening from Rorrik, heading back over to Kimberly. She's still going for those upgrades, and again, she's doing this in a really nice way. Looking what she's doing here, she seems to be almost kind of She was looking at a tech tree earlier, so I think she's just including everything. This leaves her open to switch to Japanese as for a surprise round if she wants to. But also, what she's doing here, she's doing the ranged upgrades when she has buildings as well. So normally these kind of rules, you might check for ranged units. But in this case, she's including buildings in it as well, which is a nice touch. Rorrik is looking up bonuses there for Dravidians. Nice. As you can imagine, not going to impact his scripting, so absolutely fine to look that up. So it looks like he's deciding, or he might still be deciding, but it looks like he might be going for late game Dravidians there if he's looking at root steel, which would be interesting. Would that mean he'd go for a Rumi Swordsman? And what I'm going to do shortly is I'm just going to head over to them one at a time and just have a bit of a chat of what they might be thinking early game. And yeah, Kimberly's just filling out the entire tech tree, which actually is a really good idea. I mean, we look at the time here. Coming up to 20 minutes into it, and if she has a whole tech tree sorted, then all she has to do then is just focus on aging up unit production, and she has a working AI. Then she can just focus on kind of adding extra bits in. Let's pan it over to Rorrik and let's have a quick chat with him to see what he's making of this so far. Hey Rorrik, I'm just about to unmute you for a moment. Hello, just saw you looking up Dravidians. What are you thinking? He's muted and deafened. Let's ping him a message. Hopefully you can read that. Oh, can you hear? Okay, sorry, I just saw you join their Fireball. Hopefully the sound's coming through okay there now. I'll stop sharing that screen. He's in the flow at the moment. Okay, I guess we'll come back to him in a moment. Hey, Kimberly, just about to unmute you just for a quick chat.
Hi, yeah.
Hello.
What's going on? Hello.
Oh, all good. Just tuning in really, just to see, seeing you doing a lot of the upgrades at the moment. So that's what you're starting with.
Yeah.
What you do you have a game plan at the moment, or are you just following a tech build at the moment?
I want to build. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. I want to build walls and tower and infantry to protect the towers and walls.
Oh, nice. And are you going for counts, or are you going for
I think mostly Japanese actually
nice?
because of towers.
Because the yeah.
Yeah, that's mostly the game plan. But maybe if I have time, I will look into Celts as well. But mostly I'm looking for I'm looking for yeah. I mean
Japanese.
I'm lucky with the two civs because they're both infantry. They're kind of similar in a lot of things. They have strong defenses. They have strong infantry, and yeah. So I'm gonna focus on these aspects.
Brilliant. Yeah, actually, yeah, not what I would have expected, but I thought I'd ask because I saw you with the ranged upgrades, and you mentioned in one of the comments that Celts don't have bracer. So I was like, oh, is she going Japanese and potentially going to trip Rorrik up? So yeah, interesting. Well, in that case, I know you're trying to get your text done, so I'll leave you to it. And I'll head back probably in about 40 minutes or so. But yeah, we're just coming up to 25 minutes in at the moment, so great start.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. See you in a bit.
Yep.
Let's head back over to Rorrik. Oh, it won't let him unmute. Let's see why. It's muting differed on his side. Okay. We'll come back in a moment. So I think he's having some tech issues perhaps on that. In the meantime, though, let's have a look and see actually what it is that he's doing.
Hi. I'm
Hey!
trying to remember
How
to
to
do
mute.
the boar stuff.
Oh, good fun.
I might have muted deafen myself, but then once you server deafen me, it wouldn't let me undeafen it.
Yeah. I, I was trying to get a message across, but I realised you'd have to look away from your screen to see it. So I went over to Kimberly first. Cool. What are you thinking at the moment? I see you're getting the basics done at the moment. So have you got a strategy? I saw you looking at Dravidians, perhaps.
I think I'm gonna go Malians primarily. I was just checking Dravidians to see if they had an eco bonus I should take into account. But I'm thinking infantry. And Dravidians I like, or Malians I like. They've got the pierce protection on their stuff, so they'll be on their infantry, so they'll be less vulnerable to towers and things, and so I like that a lot. And then I might I think that if Kim goes for the Celts, which she probably will, that she'll have a lot of infantry, and that the Gebettos will be a very good counter to that.
Nice.
That's my thinking. Yeah.
So almost like, because I know Sky Panda very much goes for the embraces a Malian infantry. It tends to be just a men at arms style, so it looks like it's an adaptation of that, really, with Gebettos being included in it, which would also be good against siege, right? So I was saying that earlier, actually. So
so I think that'll be good. I don't know, the first time I ever beat the extreme AI, it was because I was using infantry. Right? So I think that infantry just works fairly well against AIs in general, just because it's cheap and tanky.
Yeah, we've got a couple of AIs being made or on the ladder at the moment that embrace infantry. They're normally for Goths, so it's nice to see you using that with Malians, and maybe not, with their eco bonuses as well. I think people might assume that archers are the way to go. So it's an interesting spin on it. In that case, I'm going to let you go, but good luck with the ball luring. It's the scary part, I think. After that, you can get to the fun bit of generating units.
Right. Once this is done, I can start thinking about everything else.
And just as a heads up, by the way, we are a minute and 45 seconds away from being half an hour into it. So if you're getting the basics done, it looks like you've got a solid start. There you go. So we're nearly the quarter way through.
Excellent.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay, so we have a stealthy switch to Japanese from Kimberly, embracing all things projectiles, as it were, going for towers mainly there, and using the Japanese bonus for that. I imagine the Japanese unique tech to improve those. And then and she's going to be going infantry on top of that. And then on the flip side, we've got Rorrik with embracing anti-pierce armor for his infantry as Malians. So really playing in to counter that. The interesting thing is, although there'll be extra pierce armor with infantry units, if Kimberly still gets some mass, that may still be a problem for him, particularly if she ends up mixing in samurai in there as well, because they could potentially be a nice counter to the Gebettos. And I don't know, I think I saw from watching some of Toby's matches in Prince of Arena that I think samurai do, because of the increased infantry attack speed, they will do quite nicely against other infantry units. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Rorik's already going to do some initial testing. Let's have a pan over to him doing that. But we can see here that Kimberly is gearing up for some town centre building. So she's looking to boom behind the towers. Classic. Little error there coming from Rorrik. It's just missed the SR Hunters. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a majority of scripting, is writing a load of stuff, loading a game, and then finding out you've got a letter wrong. Thankfully, it's quite good at pointing you in the direction of what's wrong there. And interesting, I'm glad that it's not just me experiencing this, but I've noticed, I think it's been a good couple of months now, but I found that it takes a lot longer now to restart a game than it does to exit a game and just start a new match from scratch. And when you're testing AIs, you kind of want a mix of both. If you want to test against a particular situation that comes up, or if you want to deal with a certain start, which is really important when you're doing Dark Age kind of checks, you want to make sure that you can catch all your balls, and you want to kind of zoom in on that point where maybe your Dark Age eco doesn't get set up in the way that you want it to. What if you do lose a ball in a certain setup? So restarting is really a good way to go about that, because you can just keep repeating the same scenario while editing your script to get over that obstacle. But you can see here it just takes a lot longer to reset. And what you've just seen there, so you can see the script is working. Rorrik, whether he's figured it out or not, you would have just noticed that the villagers paused slightly. And that's because by default, before they get started, the way that the kind of default AI commands work is villagers won't start building until you've discovered a certain percentage of the map. It's a bit of a weird rule, but it's one that's been in there since the original game. So it's something that you have to edit quite early on. And actually on the scripting guide that they're allowed to use, one of the pages, Leaf Erickson's very kindly written up kind of some suggested strategic numbers that are worth changing at the start. Now, this won't be so much of an issue on a tiny map. So in that context, it's not going to delay him too much. But on a kind of a large or giant map, your villagers could freeze for a good 15-20 seconds, particularly if your scout isn't scouting that well. So it's a good thing for him to get on top of there. We'll see if he's adding that in now. He is looking up to set a strategic number. Now let's see what he goes for. Is he going to spot it there? Okay, so what he's doing here is setting up so that he can build more than one building of the same type at the same time. So he'll be able to do this to build a couple of houses later on in the game, or when he starts off, to be able to send 2 villagers to one house and 1 villager to a second. Panning back over to Kimberly, we can see that what she's doing at the moment is getting her resource building set up. Now, a couple of things that she'll want to be aware of here with Black Forest. Lumber camps aren't going to be too bad in that normally when you build lumber camps by the default method, you have a certain radius that you set. It's called your maximum camp distance. And normally, if you don't increase that, what you end up doing is you build lumber camps out to a certain distance, and then you end up in this horrible loop where your AI can't reach any trees easily. So it builds lumber camps, but it's stuck on the edge of an area because the maximum camp distance isn't big enough. Now, with Black Forest, there's a lot of trees around, so it may take quite a while to get to that stage. And so if they forget to do that, that's maybe not the end of the world. But if they want to make use of extra hunt and things like that, then they'll want to do the same with their mills. They'll want to increase the mill distance so they can make use of the food around the map. The same is going to be for gold as well. Again, if it's a short game, it doesn't necessarily make that much of a difference because you'll just probably have your starting gold or stone. But if people are thinking of walling up and stuff, then that's going to need to be planned in. I don't know if Fireball is in the chat there, or if anyone else is in the chat. I'd be interested to know, like, if you if you've scripted before, and if you were doing this right now, if you got given Black Forest as your opening map, what would you prioritize? What would you do in the time that these guys have been given? So they've got 2 hours. They're obviously not going to be able to do everything. What's the strat you would go for? Is turtling the way to go? Kimberly's getting monasteries built here, and it looks like, okay, she's got stone walls in there, stone walls and gates, which is interesting. And I wonder, I didn't quite catch it before, if she's going to build double layered walls. Oh, she's scrolling up now, we'll be able to see. No, she's just doing the one. So what she's got here, she's got build wall and then a number. So you can go for number 1 or number 2. What these numbers do is, by default, you have a certain kind of range that the walls can go in. 1 means close to your base, so you're looking at, I think it's something like 8 to 16 tiles, whereas 2 means outside walls, so you're looking more like the 20 to 30 range. So clearly not afraid of necessarily being rushed. She's going to go for outer walls to kind of maximize as much space as she can to keep for herself, which, if you've got choke points, if you make the walls too small or too close, you actually starve yourself of resources if your opponent gets out there, because they'll just be stuck outside the walls and guarding while villagers are trying to get resources. So big walls make sense here. I did see Rorrik was doing some testing. And it's interesting, we're seeing Rorrik doing perhaps a lot more testing at the moment than Kimberly. We may see that when Kimberly comes to test, that there's a whole load of errors that come up. So the longer you script about testing, I think the more likely that's going to come up. We can see here, Rorrik's just getting his Dark Age start, and he's already given his AI a name, Lynx. Question is, after the cat or after the deodorant? We'll have to ask him. And what Kimberly was doing before, I mentioned she was building a monastery. I don't think this is to go monks by looking at the check she's doing. She's checking if she's got universities, that kind of thing. She's just getting her aging up buildings going. So she's getting castle age buildings and feudal age buildings done, so she can. She's not in a situation where she's got the resources but can't click up. So again, that setup. So again, very much going for the long game. What I find really interesting here is kind of the fact she uses the wording rather than the symbols. I don't think I've known anyone else do that. But normally, if you're greater than and equal to, you can do a right arrow and an equals, which I find quicker. But she's writing it all out. What's Rorrik doing here? There we go. He's got people building the buildings. He's got 2 villagers on one villager on the other. He can pat himself on the back there and say that's a job well done. Interesting. Okay. Forward towers, she was thinking there. And the fact that she's commented that out makes me think that she's going to copy that code later on and perhaps come back to it. She'll start with some defensive ones, and if she has time, she'll use them on the offensive. And what's interesting is by using build forward, there's less precision in that. So It won't be a case of like with 105 where the towers will be right in his face, but with build forward, the towers will be out of range of any enemy buildings. So they'll be good for securing forward resources and stopping Rorrik from expanding out, but not necessarily. They're not going to necessarily do damage to his eco. So yeah, see how that goes there. And there we've got the first trebuchets already being trained there. And you can see here she's doing a check. If Celts go for militia, she might be switching that out. We'll see what she goes for with Japanese. There we go. Is she going to go for militia as well, or is she just going to go for samurai? Samurai. If Toby's watching this at any point, I'm sure he'll be proud. Panning back over to Rorrik. See what we've got going on here. Okay, so he's using some constants to work out when he's going to go to feudal. What's interesting here is, and it makes sense on Black Forest to be fair, is that Rorik's not just getting to feudal as quick as he can with Lynx, but he is going to be more deliberate in doing that. So what's going to be interesting here is exactly, he's mentioned 26 villages there. So is he going to go, is that going to be a fast castle, or is that going to be a eco-heavy feudal? So going into feudal age with kind of a solid eco to stream in units. Getting the research loom in there as well, so I think that's going to be a fast castle, which will be interesting, right? So this almost then becomes a race to, can Rorrik get his AI to fast castle and produce that infantry quicker than Kimberly can? And you can see here we're going for samurai. What I also love about this, and it's definitely a script off thing, you'll notice that there's no limits to, or limit checks to the samurai or trebuchet or militia, in fact. So once she starts producing militia or samurai, she will not stop. So she will keep going until they're pop capped. Same with trebuchets. That can be a good thing if you're winning. If you're losing, however, I mean, she did put the check in there for the trebs for just overall military counts. But yeah, if you're losing, that could you could end up losing a lot of resources in the wrong places. And I love this. Market rules. So she's also, by the looks of it, going for a fast castle. She will she's doing some good checks here. I love this. I wish more AIs did this, particularly people who are starting out. Just balancing out your eco, so when you're trying to get from feudal to castle age, that you sell any excess food or you buy food if you've got excess gold, just to speed up that initial age up. It's a really nice touch. It's a really simple thing to do, but a lot of people miss it, and you can see them hoarding over 1,000 of a certain unit, certain resource. What I'd also love here, and I wonder if she'll do this, is sometimes there'll be certain certain resources. I think wood's really the main one that often gets hoarded. So I'd like to see if she has an excess of wood that gets sold, and that just feeds into this kind of age up loop that she's got going on here. And Rorrik's been a bit more cautious with his start. He is building up. I think his Dark Age is now done. He's now going into Feudal Age here. And as I look at the time here, I'm interested to see we're 47 minutes in. It seems like Kimberly's ahead with that. She's got all her text mapped out. But I would also say that it's quite frantic in that train all the units, don't put any limits in there. Rorrik is just coming out of Dark Age. He's getting his research set up, but he's doing it in kind of, I suppose, a more controlled way, which is taking him longer. If he manages to finish what he's doing here, I think he'll have more resources, or at least will waste less resources. Again, if you're researching all of your techs, the more you do that, the longer it may take you to boom, or the longer it may take you to mass an army if you're going for early pressure. So if you're a bit more controlled in that, actually not having those tech rules can be a good thing. But if he doesn't get to finish it, then you might have someone who is stuck in Castle Age, facing 30 trebs from someone who's at Imperial Age and fully warred up. And we can see here Kimberly's getting her villager percentages sorted out. And this is rough and ready. You will see AI scripts where, and I think my own included actually with Brightspark, you'll see these are done one villager at a time, just so you can be exact with which villager does what. But Kimberly there's done it up in 5s because you just need something quick. That will be roughly okay, and can get to the next stage. So Rorrik is now moving over to, again, it's a fast castle. He's skipping from Feudal Age into Castle. So all that I said about him only just getting out of Dark Age, ignore that. He's going for a 26 fill with Loom, age up into Feudal, and he's going to try and slingshot into to Castle Age. And I mentioned the difference right here. We've got number of villagers, and you can see Rorrik is going up one at a time, trying to be more exact with the villager count, whereas Kimberly was going up in 5s. I actually think that going up in 5s isn't too bad a thing. It will get you up there. It's just, again, all about timing. If Rorik's aiming to get early military and to attack quickly in Castle Age, then that precision will pay off, because it just saves you little bits of resources here and there, and you won't get the excess. Whereas Kimberly, like I said, it's kind of a rough way to do it. It's going to save her scripting time, and the market rules that she's added will also help mitigate against some of the kind of excess that she'll get. Again, it's not going to be entirely efficient because she's going to be ultimately using the market. But again, if she gets to finish it, then the long wait to Imperial Age might be worth it. Oh, there you go. And this is a classic Kimberly move here. She is looking to go for Celtic Siege. So it looks like she's gearing up to kind of do a mix of both. She might play Celts in some game. She might switch to Japanese in another. So yeah, interested to see what she'll actually do. She might change her mind and go back to Celts. Okay, I quite like this. So what Rorrik is doing here, okay, he's not doing what I thought he was doing. I was wondering then if he was building out mills for later in the game. So one of the common things that can happen with AIs that are kind of using the standard commands is beyond a certain point, when you're building out loads and loads of farms, because AIs can do that pretty well automatically. Again, you get to this kind of radius where if your farms are too far away from your mills or your TCs, then you end up in this loop where the farm doesn't get manned, as it were, because it's too far away. And so you don't have the right number of farmers allocated. And so the AI's answer to that is build more farms. And you end up with this kind of, a real stress on your wood stockpile. So actually building more mills and planning that out should reduce the chances of that from happening. It's one that's often missed because lumber camps and mining camps are a lot more noticeable because you'll see them stacked up when it goes wrong. But yeah, for farms as well, that will be a real big help in the late game. And you can see here, it's got a lot of people on wood at the moment. And I think that's just because he's not building farms yet. So the default AI commands are just making villagers go to the nearest resource. If you're new to scripting, by the way, that's something that's quite nice actually by not using too many advanced commands. By default, if you use kind of the normal gatherer percentages that are in the handbook that comes with the game, then if your villagers get disruptive or can't reach a certain resource, so for example, you might have food villagers but there's no farms, then by default they will move to a different resource, so they're still useful. Whereas if you use kind of some of the more advanced commands, that villager will likely go idle. So actually, yeah, if you're lacking farms, you want your villagers to go gathering wood. It's an automatic response, so it's quite a nice thing to have. So I think at this point, Kimberly's got the basics down, and now she's just having fun with unit production. So really going for mapping out both Celts and Japanese. So yeah, walling up and then going for late game. And to be fair, everything that Rorrik has done so far is Civ agnostic. Like you could run any AI or any Civ on this, and it should run fine. So he also has room to change his mind, and if he wants to make use of Dravidians in a game, he'll absolutely have the option to do that. It's nice getting the eco upgrades. And again, I think the timing of that's going to be interesting. So you can see Rorrik's being quite careful with when this happens. So he wants to get those upgrades when he's clicked to Castle. So he doesn't want these upgrades to slow him down from reaching Castle Age, which again implies that he wants to get to Castle Age quickly to either boom, or given the fact that he's getting the eco upgrades now, I reckon he wants to get an initial rush of upgraded infantry units, because again they'll get pierce armor for every age up they get. So I think he wants to shock Kimberly's AI by getting those initial infantry units in. So the question is going to be, can Kimberly get the walls up in time? And will her eco back that up? We've not seen Kimberly test out her AI yet, so we don't know how much of this is going to end up needing to be debugged. But if it doesn't, then this could be, it would be good to see a test to see, does she have the stone? As she said, she's getting stone gather percentages there. You can see she's got 20% on there. And you'll see a lot of us do this, by the way. We'll be using calculator. Normally for the gather percentages, to be fair, she's definitely gone with a rough guide and let the game just kind of estimate it. But you'll see some people with calculators here being like, 66 and, 34 on there. You wanted to get precise numbers so that you get the exact number of villagers that you want. And then we got the wiki. So she's already going in with taunts. Nice. So Kimberly's feeling confident. She's putting in taunts before she's even run her AI. So this could go one of two ways for her, I think. Okay, we are coming up to the 1 hour mark, which is crazy. But I feel like they're doing quite well. Like they have a starting eco. It's I'm confident actually. Even if Kimberly has some initial errors when she loads up her AI, if she gets those fixed, they'll likely be typos if they're anything. Then I think they're both going to be in a point where their AI will work and they'll advance through the ages. The question's going to be the timing of the military production, the timing of attacks. We got military being produced at the moment on Kimberly's side. I've not seen it from Rorrik just yet, but when he does get to that point, what format of attack is that going to be? Now, interesting. I thought Rorrik would be going for an early rush with military, maybe to try and attack Kimberly's AI before castles start getting placed. But it looks like he's actually going the opposite. He's booming. So it's going to be interesting to see if he walls up, and whether they hide behind walls, build up their empires, and then go and attack that way. If any of you are new to scripting, the website here being used, you'll hear us refer to a lot, the AI Scripting Encyclopedia. It's a resource that's currently being maintained by Leif Erikson, though I know there's been a couple of other scripters who've kind of contributed to it over the time. Really valuable resource. Imagine, so the game came with like an AI scripting booklet to kind of teach you the basics, and that is really an extended version of that. Even now, like when you get the game on Steam and you look in the files, the booklet that comes with the game is the original one. It doesn't have any of the new commands that Definitive Edition introduced by integrating kind of user patch commands. So yeah, that AI Scripting Encyclopedia is absolute gold dust. You can look up every command that works in the game. You've got some use cases for it, and you even have some snippets of code that you can copy and paste just to get you started. And Leif's done a real good job of just making it quite easy to search just with Control F on your command list to get going with that. And Kimberly's going for the taunts. Okay, we're past the hour mark now, so I'm just going to go let them know. Hey, Kimberly and Rorrik, you're both still on mute at the moment, but I just wanted to let you know that we are just past the hour mark. So we're now sitting at just coming up to 58 minutes remaining. And Kimberly's got straight into a test at that point. Does it work? Where's Japanese? And we got Rorrik testing as well. Rorrik, you're testing against a built-in AI. That's dangerous. And there we go. We got some errors there from Kimberly, which was expected. She's going to filter through those now, I imagine. Okay. So the issue there is unique texts are. This is an example of why you might want to use a constant file. Unique texts aren't defined in the game by name, so they're either defined by you putting my unique research, which allows you to. It's kind of universal, so it doesn't matter which civ you're playing, it will just research that civ's unique tech. Or if you want to be specific and only research some text for some civs and some for others, then you want to have a number assigned to it. And you can see here, she's got a couple of these that she's going to have to go through, but that seems fairly minimal. It's towards the bottom of the script, so that means most of it's okay. So I've no doubt she'll be back up and running shortly. It looked like Rorrik's was working, so he's now just fine-tuning. And what we'll do is at the 40-minute mark, we'll just come back and ask how they're doing. But at the moment, we'll just let them speed through. Hey, Toby, they went for 2 hours, so they're going to be mirroring yourselves. So they're just over halfway through. And we have 2 working scripts. So the errors have just been worked out from Kimberly's side. Rorrik has a Dark Age. And if he was testing against any AI other than the default AI, I would imagine he'd probably have a Castle Age as well. So Kimberly's just going to speed this through. Interesting that she's playing against the Malians. I don't know if she's picked that at random. I'll need to look back over. Or whether she's anticipating that Rorrik will pick Malians. And Rorrik is now training military. Toby, if you're still there, both of these guys, they ended up drafting Black Forest. So Black Forest will be removed by the time that that you get to playing today. But if you were in this position, Toby, and you'd been given Black Forest as a map, what kind of thing would you go for? Would you like? Is there any kind of strategy that you would attempt to do? Keeping in mind it's 2 hours as well for these guys. And would you be spending your time writing taunts? It's a key question there. Rorrik looking to peak at 120 villagers. Nice. He is playing the AI against himself. I guess to test out which Civ might do better from a resource gathering point. So here's another thing as well. I mean, it makes sense, but neither of these guys are using capture age. And I probably wouldn't given the time frame. But if I were doing this with unlimited time, capture age is actually really useful for this stage because you can, at the end of each kind of test run, if you run for a couple of minutes on the same map setup, then you'll be able to just really test and get an idea roughly of how many resources you're gathering and whether any changes you make increase or decrease that amount. You can see here that Kimberly is defending against the AI. There's got a castle built, got a second castle being built, and you can see the walls coming up. And actually, those walls are really nice. She's just using the built-in code here, and it looks like the AI is smart enough to build those up. So really nice. And she might now go checking here. She's just checking the eco to make sure that her eco keeps going behind all of that. That's really nice. And we'll see shortly what Rorrik's doing. Fast Castle unique unit. Nice. They ended up, Toby, going for Kimberly has either Celts or Japanese, and Rorrik has Malians or Dravidians on that. Rorrik had Bohemians eliminated. I think he was hoping for that to get some Hussite wagons, particularly again with all the wood around that would have been quite nice. But no can do. So yeah, it's going to be interesting what they come up with. But it looks like we've got Kimberly walling at the moment. And Rorrik's taking advantage of the Malian Pierce armor to go all in infantry. So he's going fast castle to try and get that extra Pierce armor early. I'm just trying to remember now what it was. Sicilians she had eliminated. I actually think Sicilians would be quite nice on Black Forest. Two different reasons. I mean, sure, you can try and go for the pudding thing. But I also think if you've got room to wall, so you wall up and you build an extra 3 TCs, you're already in a situation then where you can get First Crusade and potentially get in there with a decent number of sergeants and a great eco to then just even keep sergeants going through castles. That'd be potentially what I'd do. And you can see here Kimberly is going for it with samurai. There, so she's got 2 castle samurai production. 3, I think, we're coming up there. So she's got the eco behind it. So she's again waiting on that late game, and I think the walls will help here. The thing is, if my opponent thinks the same, going for scouts or archers may be a killing move. Yeah. Getting in there early. I think I was saying normally with script off as well, I think it's easy to assume that the other person is going to rush you. Whereas with Black Forest, it's somewhat easy to defend. So you might be... this is probably one of the maps where you might go, actually, I think it's pretty safe to try and go for that fast castle. I'd say with that. And it looks like at the moment Kimberly's going to win with that run. You'll notice there you would have seen on the top left with her resources, she was stockpiling like several thousand wood and a couple of thousand gold, and that's what I meant with the market rules. Just having some basic ones in there to just sell your wood and buy food would keep the villager and samurai production going. It's not the most effective use of resource, but it's more effective than stockpiling it. And if you get more villagers, of course, then you're going to get more resources that way. So I think it is worth it, even if it's a bit messy. Interesting. What's Rorrik doing here? Oh, I've not actually used this method before, but this is really smart. So what Rorik's doing here is he's doing a check to see basically if there are any barracks not producing units. And specifically if any barracks have capacity to make units. I've not used this before, but what this allows him to do with just a couple of lines is scale up the number of barracks with his eco. So if he has the resources to train spearmen, for example, but he doesn't have the barracks to produce it, because they're all currently training spearmen, then he will build another barracks, and he'll keep doing that until he doesn't have the resources to train spearmen, in which case it will stop. So that just means he'll always scale up to what he has the resources for. It's really nice, particularly if you're going for like a one unit strategy. I'm definitely going to be pinching that. I hadn't really thought about using that line like that, but that's great, rather than just putting an arbitrary number at the end. I think the interesting one, Toby, going into this, I was thinking, I was actually mentioning you because at Prince of Arena you used unique units really nicely, and I know Japanese came up a couple of times. In a Malian infantry versus Japanese infantry situation, do you think that samurai would come out on top? I know they counter unique units, so Gebettos would potentially struggle. But I hadn't really thought whether they would be okay against Malian longswordmen. Whilst Kimberly already went to go ahead and do pretty much the entire tech tree, she just started with that, Rorrik is now gradually working his way through it and getting the upgrades that he needs. And you can see here, all these mining camps, that is what I was saying about the mining camp distance being too short. In this case, it doesn't necessarily look like it's too short because he does have resources there. So there's a check not being done there, and so his AI just keeps making mining camps. Good that he's caught that early. I wonder if he'll address that or whether he'll just leave it. We're going to see now if Kimberly has any rules into to deal with excess resources. For that, do you see Samurai will beat Gebettos? Yeah, they need the micro. Yeah, so I don't. I suppose Kimberly. Yeah, Kimberly did say. I think she's going. I think Kimberly's going Lung Swordsman if she's Celts. Otherwise, she's going Samurai. I don't think she's doing both. But I think going from what you just said, Toby, I think Samurai, if she's got the right numbers for it, would still take it against Malian infantry. I think the question is going to be the kind of how big is the first wave, because Kimberly's focusing initially on towers and defensives first, so she's going to have villagers diverted over to stone. If Rorrik's going all in on military, or at least enough in that he's not necessarily going for stone. I know he's building town centres. Then will he be able to have enough units to deal with Japanese or Celtic infantry, whilst also kind of, having a reduced vulnerability to the fortification fire that Kimberly is trying to set up? And again, he may change his mind. He may go for Dravidian infantry, which would have then armor-piercing attack when they get to Imp. It's a long game, but potentially an option. If I know Rorrik, he'll probably have an initial strategy, and if that initial strategy loses, he'll switch Civ just to mix things up. Samurai produced so quickly. And you can see here as well, we got a little bit of a stockpile of gold. I'm trying to see if the market is actually doing anything, or whether it's the farmers that are bringing in the food. I think it's the farmers. And I think she's attacking with attack groups as well, so she's not attacking with attack now. So you notice that all of these samurai then were just in a little clump. So that's one way of doing attacks. You can send everything out all at once, or you can let the game kind of group all your military units together in like certain like waves, and then send them wave after wave. So when you get a new set of units being produced, rather than them going straight into battle, they gather together first. Attack now is a lot more immediate. You can reinforce units better there, but again, if you're losing a battle, then actually having some units held behind is a good thing, particularly if you're planning on building fortifications. And look at that, 3 TC boom. Love to see it. We don't have a million mining camps, so it looks like he's, although he hasn't got the wood for it yet, so that might be why. We'll see when he's got wood production coming in, whether those mining camps keep getting placed. Okay, and actually his farm production's holding him up here. So he's got so many on food that he doesn't have enough wood to build his Castle Age buildings, I think. We're just about getting there now. That was looking like a healthy eco. If that doesn't get attacked, then great. Then he's in a good spot there. I think Kimberly's focusing more on defense, so won't have necessarily the stronger eco. And then the question is going to be, when Kimberly attacks with Samurai, if Rorrik has gone for 3 TC boom, what's the likelihood that those Samurai fall to TC fire? And that's going to really depend on whether Rorrik gets the upgrades in time and whether he prioritizes that. He's been quite selective with his upgrades to not waste resources, but he'll want fletching and bodkin arrow and that might just be enough to hold off an initial attack. Kimberly there getting the ball law just right, which is great. That's always a worry with a script off of forgetting to do that. Lacking double bit axe. So Rorrik definitely added double bit axe in there. Oh nice, Kimberly's there blocking off one of the monasteries. So Rorrik definitely had double bit axe. I think he was researching it as he was going to Castle Age. So he deliberately delayed it so that he could spring from Dark Age straight to Feudal, straight to Castle Age. So he's going for 26 Vil with Loom, Feudal Age. And then training, I don't know if it's 2, it'll probably be 3 villagers going into Castle Age. And then as that Castle Age bar is going up, that's when he's hitting double bit axe. And we are coming up to, we're 40 minutes down, we've got 37 minutes left. So I might at this point just check on with them and see how they're getting on. Oh, I missed that chat there. There we go. Thankfully, Rorrik is on it. Hey, Rorrik, just coming back to you just to check in. I'm just going to unmute you now. Hello, hello.
How you doing? I have a bug.
What kind of bug do you have?
I have a bug where nothing is doing anything because my whole age system is not working right. We'll figure that out.
Interesting, because I thought it was you were missing your Castle Age buildings earlier, but the eco was looking solid. You were getting saw that you got a couple of TCs up.
Yeah, but we're not getting double bit axe and we're not building barracks because I have this rule that says not to do it until we're at least advancing to Castle Age.
Okay, and it's something's overwriting the number.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. So I'm trying to report the age status. I screwed up that rule.
Okay, well, at least it's like, in one sense, it's a consistent rule. So once you fix that, you'll fix it for all of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's right.
How are you feeling? I noticed you've been playing Malians versus Dravidians on there. Are you still deciding, like, are you still open to maybe switching sides, or are you just doing Dravidians just to have a stand-in opponent that won't kill you in Feudal Age like the default AI?
Yeah. Oh, that's the main reason, right? But I think I'm likely to use both a little bit, right? I'm not doing anything that's very Civ specific.
Yeah.
So
yeah, fair
so
enough.
I intend to do at least one of each in the games.
And Dravidians late game can have like armor piercing infantry, right? So that's
well, if I research the armor piercing, they have armor piercing infantry.
Yes. So we'll see on that. Well, just a heads up, we are at the 34-minute mark on that. So I'll leave you to crack on, and I'll come back to you when we've got 10 minutes left. Is that fair enough warning for you?
That sounds like plenty of time.
Cool. All right. Good luck with solving that bug.
Thanks.
Hey, Kimberly, and just coming back to have a quick catch up. Just going to unmute you now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Yeah, I literally have no idea what Dravidians are good at. I know Malians, but I just hope that Dravidians aren't an infantry civ. So, because otherwise I have to pick the Japanese and not the Celts. Because with Celts I'll only train spearmen until Imperial Age, and if Rorrik goes for militia, I'm just dead. If they can get through my walls, that is.
Are you thinking then of kind of switching civs between games, or are you hoping to kind of just hone in on one of them?
You know what? Give me a second. It all depends upon Dravidians. No, it's an infantry civ. I don't like that.
Dravidians are rather different as well in that sense. Like,
so they have all upgrades in barracks. They have all. No, they have all. Oh my god. Okay, well, okay. Okay. So I'm not. No, I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna go Japanese. Yeah. Fuck Celts. In Imperial Age I would go for Scorpions, but I'm not gonna get there. I don't think.
What would you? So you're looking at Dravidians there, like Malians. You're obviously aware of because you had an AI dedicated to them. What would be your strat against Malians?
Malians also have strong militia, so I also expect militia from that. So I don't know. I just hope that Japanese militia or infantry can beat Dravidian / Malian infantry. So
okay,
yeah.
and
I hope that my game plan is I get a castle. I rush a castle. I rush to Castle Age, build a fast castle, so I have like a general defense. And I just hope that my villagers don't get massacred while trying to build the wall, because they permanently get sent there if they die building it. So yeah, it can happen really quickly that I just lose.
classic building rules there. I mean, I've been watching some of the runs you've been doing, and their castles coming up, and the walls in particular looks really nice on Black Forest. Actually, like the default commands do a good job of it, which is a nice surprise.
Yeah, they usually choose like it's not it's kind of like smart when choosing that. They have like a specific range in which they can build the wall on and when they choose like where the most space is already like occupied by trees or stone or gold or something like that.
Yeah.
What
But it's nice seeing them going around some of the curves and blocking off a couple of the forests.
I also hope that he doesn't have like if he uses TOC, I'm just dead. Like with militia, you can't fight archers or skirmishers that just run away. Like you can't. So,
you got to hope for that castle at that point.
Yeah.
Cool. I was going to ask, by the way, who are you testing against? Is that the Peterson AI or is it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't trust myself in even surviving like for 30 minutes against HD. So yeah.
Yeah, I did have a double take when I saw you winning a game. I was like, that can't be the definitive edition one. But Yeah, cool. Well, I'm just going to leave you to it. So
Yeah, thank you.
we've just gone past the half an hour mark, so we've got 29 minutes left. So I'll come back to you just past the 10-minute mark, if that's enough notice for you.
Yeah.
Cool. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, so Toby, you were absolutely right with missing double bit axe. Not Rorrik's intention, though. He definitely had a rule in for it. And if we switch over to him now, let's see how he's getting on with that. He's working on military, which tells me either he's fixed the issue or he's just decided to ignore it. Either could be valid here. But I'm definitely stealing that train site ready line. It's a great use of scripting. And he has got the, it is chatting now. So what should happen is on the left-hand side, he's got a chat to say when he's aging up. So it should be 0 when he's in Dark Age, and it should be 1 when he's clicked up to Feudal. So something is going wrong. Oh, he's put the goal as 0. That's probably it. I don't think 0 is a goal. Because it looks like everything else he's done there is right. But if his goal is 0 and it doesn't change, that could be a problem. Just saw a win there from Kimberly at the bottom there. That's painful to see. I hope he solves that one, because actually his code looks all right. Kimberly had a couple of victories in a row there. What's going on? It was really quick. Kimberly's just looking up how to do more targeted, or roughly more targeted building placement. I feel like I need to look this up now. Will goals... Does the goal 0 work? Let's see. It doesn't specify it here. One to 40. I think that's his issue. And I wonder if it's not an easy thing to necessarily spot. I wonder if he will catch that. Get a bit of an idea of what Kimberly's AI is doing. A potential risk here is how big her town size is during feudal age. Those feudal age buildings get built up quite a bit. You've got villagers that are fishing. So again, they're not major things, but it just shows it's a bit rough and ready. If Rorrik is able to get an early attack in, this could be quite easily disrupted. But we already know that Rorrik's having issues with buildings not doing what he needs them to do. But he looks like he's solved it. There we go. He got there in the end. Flicking between them here, we can see wards going up for Kimberly. But you can see there's enough time for the enemy to get 4 backs. Nice editing here as well. She was saying about a villager might get interrupted with building the buildings, and a load of them may die. Having some form of building cancellation on there allows them to reposition. And you can see here the town size is too big. So she's got the walls and she's got space to build, but the AI by default is trying to build around the outside. These units may push back. But that's and you can see they are lowering the board as well. So she has extended the hunt distance. And she's very much now practicing against the Dravidians, fearing what they might produce. So it is going to be defensive but fast castle against fast castle boom. If Rorrik has the time to make something of the eco, then he might be able to overwhelm. However, another thing we haven't really spoken about is walls. So default AI is really bad at targeting walls, right? They will do one of two things depending on the setting. They will either attack every single wall piece in a wall and prioritize it over any other building, which can really buy you a load of time if you're defending, particularly if you've got any defensive buildings in range. Or you can set it to so that your army ignore walls, in which case they never find a way to path around into the town. And so they end up getting stuck outside. So you can obviously switch between those two modes. But if you haven't thought to do that, then that could be problematic. Rorrik is setting up defensive castles there. It was just a can build castle. So that will be within his town. So he's not thinking of forward castles at the moment, at least. We did see Kimberly initially had written forward towers. Oh, very nice. What Kimberly's doing here is she's setting the object repair level, and depending on the number she uses, it's a form of flag. She is basically telling the AI to repair certain types of building. So she's adding up her flags here to work out what that is. So she'll be looking at like repairing castles, town centres, towers, that kind of thing, which is really nice. She'll probably include siege in that too. Rorrik is going for the old-fashioned attack now, which is great. This might deal with the wall issue as well. He's not hitting imp yet, though. How much time do we have? We're coming down to 16 and a half minutes. Hey, Mr. Elephant. How you doing? I can say already that both Kimberly and Rorrik have done a great job so far. Previously in Scriptos we've had 3 hours, and both of these have done a solid job with just 2. We've got walls, we've got booming, so we've got like smooth ecos, we've got mass infantry on both sides, it's going to look like, and we're going to have fortifications against high pierce armor. I think had Kimberly not gone for infantry and not gone for samurai, she'd be in big trouble. But I think it might be enough to really put up a fight against high pierce armor. That's going to come from Rorrik if he goes ahead with Malleans. He's getting all his upgrades. Is he going to get imp though? It looks like he was gearing up for it. He's got the constants at the top here, ready to go there, and you can see he's getting the upgrades: plate mail, two-handed swordsman. We know Kimberly was going for trebuchets. The other thing I'm wondering here, she's going for samurai. Has she got the samurai upgrade? Is she going to go for elite samurai? This is hilarious, by the way. I don't know if she's going to delete this, but she's she's going for it. She's going to go for scorpions. She was talking about maybe not having time to do that. She's going to cram them in. Amazing. Rorrik going for my favourite tactic of add up your military and attack now. The downside to attack now, if he doesn't cancel it at any point, is that those units are going to trickle in beyond a certain point, because that attack now happens in a constant loop. So they'll initially attack when he's got 70 units, but if those get killed, then any units he produces afterwards will also be on attack now. So he needs potentially, or maybe he doesn't. If he wins, he wins. But he potentially needs something to reverse that decision and regroup if, say, his units get shot down by castles, particularly if he's attacking before he hits imp. I love that Kimberly's building the walls with her buildings on the outside. This is potentially going to be a little crazy, I think, on the day. It is worth saying here as well, Kimberly's testing against the original AI. And I always find this impressive. So this is the AI that came with the original game. And in less than 2 hours, Kimberly's made an AI that can beat that. So it does show, like, if you're just starting out, try the CD AI as an opponent when you're getting your first scripts together, because it really helps you to set up the basics. And if you can beat that, as kind of a good main first hurdle. Going back over to Rorrik, he's editing some numbers here, which I suspect is going to impact his hunting. Yeah, he's doing some rules here to debug. We're coming up to the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to pan back to them in shortly, just to let them know. He is hunting boar. And he's doing this to try and get that castle age time as well. He's wanting to... oh, siege workshops. Interesting. That's new. So he could be going Rams. Rams or mangonels, right? Potentially. I'm trying to think if Dravidians and Malians get bombards. Could probably have a look at that in a moment. Okay, and in the meantime, Kimberly is setting her camp max distances and capping them. And the reason she's doing that is so that if the game goes on, she'll still be collecting gold and is able to build lumber camps. So that thing I said at the start when I showed you the map, she'll be able to do that. I love this as well, spamming houses. I just wanted to see if that was a bug, but it looks like it's intentional. So she ages up and then builds 3 houses. So she gets the population there early. I wouldn't say that's necessarily optimal, but it means that you don't have to do it later, I suppose. Whereas again, Rorrik's going for a bit more precision with his build now that he's got it working. And it is Rams he's going for here. But I think the thing with Rorrik is he going to be able to his precise build going into a boom going to undermine like all the resources he's saved? Actually, by going slowly, is that going to buy Kimberly enough time to fortify and just make it a real problem to get through? Kimberly is learning perhaps from the Dravidians. Okay, we've just gone past the 10-minute mark, so let's let them know. Kimberly and Rorrik, I'm just about to unmute you both. Hello, you just have under 10 minutes remaining. How are you both feeling?
Like that to me.
Yeah, I've been chilling the last 30 minutes. I've been spectating some AI games. I'm relaxed.
Oh, there you go. So next time an hour and a half then, Kimberly. Cool. We're just
I picked up my bug. It works again.
yes. I think I spotted it just before you solved it. But well, yeah, glad you resolved it. Yeah, we're just coming up to
So I can still make 1 or 2 adjustments, right? I have how many minutes?
8.5 minutes now, so I'll leave you to it, and I'll just give you a warning again, just a couple of minutes before the end, to ask you to
Alright.
send your scripts over. But good
Yeah.
luck with the last 8 minutes.
Thank you.
Doo-doo.
Again, I have to keep saying it, like, I found 3 hours hard, 2 hours to get an AI that goes through the ages, builds an army, gets its upgrades, and fortifies itself or even booms, is crazy. I think it just shows, particularly with both of these, how into the hobby they are really of scripting AIs, that they can just crack on and do it. Kimberly's made a number of AIs, and I know that Rorrik, since ScriptOff, actually has recently gone into trying to make AIs for tournaments with a time limit. So I think he's used to almost giving himself that time pressure, because I think Gladiator was made in 8 hours, something like that. He did in like shorter snippets. So yeah, it blows me away that they're able to do that. Rorrik's getting errors. That's a last minute panic coming in. But what we've also seen from them doing all this testing is that they're in a position where, on the most part, their AIs work. The fact that they're testing here, we're not going to get AIs that just show up error codes when we run it. And that's always kind of the fear with this kind of thing, right? That the time passes and you just have nothing because it's the stress is overwhelming. They've handled it really well. We can see both of them running perhaps final tests. Interesting tools these guys are using as well, by the way. I think they're both using a form of Visual Studio. I still use my normal notepad, and actually seeing them edit their scripts and being able to edit repeat occurrences of things actually probably does speed things up quite a bit. Okay, Rorrik is adjusting his ball hunting. Are we coming down to the 5-minute mark? I'm excited to see what they do. I don't even know what civ they're going to pick at this point as well. I think Kimberly's leaning back to Celts. I know she said she might have to go Japanese, but she's testing with Celts. So I've got to assume that she's going back to her favourite. She's double backed. Rorrik. Again, he's having those slow restarts, which is unfortunate. But again, if he's testing resource collection, then actually restarting is the way to go. You want to make sure that if you've got an iteration where your ball law's not working or something, you want to keep testing it until you get it right. But he's got 4.5 minutes to do that. I wonder why he's trying to do the balling, because I'm sure he had it working. Something's gone horribly wrong with that script there. she has a house spam. She'll need to fix that quickly, otherwise that's a load of the wood gone. I'll give them a message at the 2-minute mark. Kimberly's looking for bugs. Mark's looking at the tech tree. Is he going to get root steal? Lol. Okay, let's give them the last warning. Okay, just giving you both a heads up, you're still muted at the moment, but we've just gone past the 2-minute mark. So if you can, please wrap things up, get your scripts saved, and in 1.5 minutes now, just get those sent over in the chat. Thanks. And what we'll do here, folks, is once they're done and they've got these scripts sent over, I will give everyone just a short break. I'll have a quick look through the scripts just to make sure there's nothing in there that's a cheat. I don't think it is. I've not seen anything there that would do it from the runs. But always good to do a check. Oh no, what's going on with Kimberly's script? She's made a last minute edit. Oh. Okay, 20 seconds. Can she do it in time? Of course, if she's done something that's completely broken the AI, we'll just give the ability to undo, revert back. Otherwise, we don't have a match, and that would be a real shame. So yeah, we'll just have a bit of a break after this, just to have time to look through the scripts, and if there's any major bugs, I can fix those to get them running. But yeah, house building's gone a little crazy, I think, for Kimberly. Cool, and I think time's up. Let's head on over to them. Okay, folks, and that is time. I'm just going to unmute you both.
I have a problem.
I saw you might have a problem.
No, I mean, here, I can't upload for some reason.
That's okay. That's a weird Discord thing. So what you can do is...
Oh, okay, it's just a .ai file. I can upload a Perl file.
I can add my own AI file. That's fine. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Like I've had to what's the word? Not extract. zip than before. But yeah, if I've got the files there, that's all good. How are you both feeling?
I was trying to
okay.
add blast furnace and iron casting right at the end, and I didn't get it.
I feel excited. I feel. Wait, what? That's just basic tech, dude.
I can say from having watched you both went through very different methods to get to where you are. It was fascinating, but I think it's going to be a good match for sure. What I was going to say, folks, is you've just been scripting for 2 hours straight. So how about give you 10 minutes just to grab a drink, go to the bathroom. I'll take time to just read through these scripts. I'll just pause the stream for a bit, and then yeah, we'll come back in about 10 minutes.
It's fine.
That sounds great.
Awesome.
Feeling?
See you in a bit.
All right, I am gonna go get a drink.
There's Pam back here. And folks, that also goes for me. So I'm just going to turn everything off for just a moment. And yeah, I'll just have a quick, for me, it will just be a quick 5-minute break just to make sure that everything's all right, and also just get a top up of a drink as well. Okay, folks, just coming back, and just going to let Kimberly and Rorrik back in the chat. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Rorrik.
Hello. It seems I don't see as much chat stuff in yours.
No, I didn't get any
I,
chat stuff. But I'm looking at yours and realizing I didn't get squires. I didn't even think about trebuchets. I don't get handcart or wheelbarrow. This is bad.
It was interesting seeing it. I think, very different strategies. I think, Rorrik, you were going for your...
but we are both going for infantry, which is
We are
super
both going
interesting.
for infantry.
Yeah.
Well, we rolled a lot of infantry saves.
Yeah, I didn't know what the Dravidians are actually. like after an hour and 15 minutes, I was like, okay, what civs do you even have? and then I was so shocked that you also have infantry stuff. It kind of ruined the Celts for me, so I can't pick the Celts.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So what I'd like you to do is just to be extra secure on this, can you both just private message me which civ you want to go for?
Okay. Can I stop the stream for this?
You can, because actually, I'll just check now. I've just got the game up and running now, so I've taken all your stream shares off. So yeah, just got the game for now.
So we have 2 games, best of 3, right?
Best of 3, all 1v1s.
Okay.
I'm just making sure I've got the rest of the game settings right. The other question I had, actually, I should be able to just tell here. Are there any, when you were testing, is there any reason why a faster speed wouldn't work? Like I'm talking like faster than 2 times.
Yeah, I was testing it 8 times.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. So one of the things we can do to kind of speed through the games a little bit is maybe go through particularly Dark Age a little quicker. So let's have a look.
Oh, I'm excited.
Right. So we've got LiveScript with the Celts. And we've got...
where do you stream? Like on which website?
Yeah, I can share on here as well. Yeah, no problem. I'll do that in a mo. And we've got...
Oh yeah, it's AI script. That's okay.
Yeah. We've got Rorrik as Dravidians. Just had to double take on that. Cool. I'm just going to head back to the chat actually and just...
It's actually, that's funny. I picked Dravidians because they beat Malians in my tests, because I was going infantry. But if you are also going infantry, then it's also probably a good.
But I have no idea how good Dravidian infantry is. Like, no fucking clue.
I'm just sharing, by the way, the game on Discord as well for you, so you can catch it in real time if you...
Oh, okay.
Without the delay.
Yeah. Then I don't need the... Okay.
Cool. We got Black Forest, tiny map, 200 pop, fast, conquest, all good.
Yeah, I actually wasn't sure if it's conquest or if it's standard. I was about to add in a wonder just for fun.
That would have been awesome, though. I spent way too long getting my double houses to work. wasn't that much time, but it was probably a waste of time.
I'm just going to edit some of my sound settings just to punch you out a bit.
DUC for the scout, Rorrik?
No, I didn't do any DUC.
Ah, thank God.
I was going to say
this is an unfair. This map is pretty unfair, actually. I have all the pawns.
that's true.
You have 2 pawns. What the fuck? And all my stuff is forward. What is this?
I hope you didn't code a fish boom.
I actually started coding coding for ships and stuff before I realized, wait, it's Black Forest.
From an observation point of view, Kimberly's strategy was bring up the tech tree, do everything on the tech tree. It's like, and Rorrik was, okay, we'll go with Dark Age. We'll go with that.
So, stupid question. Like, are we gonna play this? Like, it looks really unfair. Like, Black Forest is one of these maps that, I don't know, competitive-wise, it's not very... It can be very fucked.
I don't actually use the pawns, so I don't think the pawns are a big deal.
Yeah, but
my resources are full.
Your
too,
villagers,
but we
probably
can restart. Yeah, they will fish the shore fish. We can restart if you feel strongly.
Yeah.
And
if you're both keen to restart, then yeah, okay to do that.
I prefer that.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay, we're restarting because
in all my tests I didn't have. Oh, okay, I didn't actually look at the Peterson's map, so I don't actually know. But I usually had a pond somewhere.
and I'm going to speed up to 4 times.
The default version of the map does not treat pawns fairly.
How is this possible?
Who picked Black Forest, man?
Okay then.
I was saying before we started that I kind of wanted Baltic, but Black Forest was also high on my list.
Oh no. Okay, whatever.
I think
If Destiny wants this, then Destiny gets this.
best of 3. I think. I mean,
I also chose Celts just for fun, so this is lost anyways.
It's lost anyways. Celts are so good.
Yeah, but I trained Spearman only until Imperial Age.
Oh, interesting.
I'm really interested in the timings of things here. So at the moment we've got. I'm just looking out for any kind of, I suppose, major issues with the start. Like, are we losing any villagers? That kind of thing. Is one player building houses, endlessly? That kind of thing. And it's all looking pretty smooth.
Yeah, it looks like everything's working, at least at a basic level.
Do you get loom?
I don't get loom. Why would I get loom?
Oh, you don't research loom?
I do. Okay. Eventually.
Oh, hunting the deer.
Yeah, that was something.
Wait, how are you already hunting deer? Like, how is that possible? Without
Hunt distance.
Yeah, but don't they only hunt if the berries are gone?
I don't know. I set the minimum number of hunters to like 6 or something to hunt the boar.
Yeah, but for me, whatever I tried, I never managed my eyes to go for deer before the berries are gone. Like, they only hunt anything if the berries are gone.
Hunting distance, hunting type, and then you need to assign hunters. Otherwise, it doesn't. Otherwise they'll only do it as a last resource.
Assigning? Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
It's like it's a UP command.
Rorrik, you need to.
I didn't do that UP command. I just did the minimum number of hunters.
Oh, the SN.
Oh,
Strategic number. Yeah.
what the fuck? Well, okay,
So
I
you
don't
can
know.
say I want a minimum of 6
understand.
hunters, and then it will hunt.
I like that he's gathering the deer next to the pond.
Well, you don't want the water contaminated.
Okay,
Both of them, my mill is in a really good spot for fish.
26 into feudal, and we've got 30 into feudal.
Did it not have the wood for the buildings?
What
no,
building?
we're looking at blue.
I think it was. I think that's deliberate.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking that Lynx had failed to build the market blacksmith,
Castle Age.
but I was thinking wrong.
What the fuck already, Cargo?
So this was the difference. I think was Rorrik hasn't gone for any eco upgrades until he's clicked up to castle. I think. Is that
Yeah, me
what I
too.
read from the script?
Me too. I don't get any eco or any research at all. Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
get loom. I get loom, obviously.
Castle Age is happening, and we've got the market. Build the market. So let's have a look. What is Lix doing at this point? Lix has
How do you
scouted LiveScript.
already have long swordsmen in a sec?
We've
Or is
got
that man at arms?
1 TC,
Doing
No, it is
man
long.
at arms on the
What the
map.
fuck? It was long swords. Oh my god.
Yeah.
2 TC, 3 TC.
Oh fuck me.
We've got villagers moving over here though. They're hunting the deer.
That doesn't
The
matter. I'm peaceful.
The unlimited hunt distance has backfired.
I don't think that I thought I had some sort of.
Why is that bad? Why is that bad?
Well,
It's bad if you had any form of defense because
Oh
the
yeah. Okay.
TSA would kick in.
Because each of both has 35 food, and I think that's worth the traveling distance.
And now the
You're
walls are coming up.
I didn't know how to wall.
Build minus
I
all.
would have to learn how to do that.
Although the built-in walling system leaves a lot to be desired still.
That's,
No, I
was gonna
love it. I love it. I love the stupidness.
It's great. I mean, it will stop. Is it going to wall? It will wall the villagers in, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oops.
Who has a monk? How do you have monks? I hate this.
Well, you're all walled in though. I think you're safe, and I don't get wheelbarrow.
Yeah, but you get gold.
It's collecting the relics. Though only on one vil production though, despite the number of TCs.
Yeah,
So they're actually
that's partly
equal on
with
village number.
wheelbarrow. But we're also somehow really in trouble on our farm count.
It's fun.
Wait, you are getting wheelbarrow where?
No.
Oh, no,
that's
that's
blue.
Bless you.
Oh, it's
Is this a scout at the moment? That's at risk of conversion. So the question is, how is Lynx going to get through the wall? It's a nice choke point.
Oh, I don't like the two monks camping there. When one of my villagers gets there, they're converted. If the next villager gets there, converted.
The long swordsmen are gathering.
Oh my
Scout
god, you
is
already
dead.
have like 10 military.
Though LiveScript is going for imp, whereas Lynx is staying in Castle Age, getting the castle down.
Beautiful
having a
back
major-
castle. Beautiful back castle, I love it.
We're having a major wood problem, or a major food problem, because half of our food villagers are stuck behind that wall.
The wall is, yeah, the combo of
They think they're food. villagers, right? They think they're collecting food.
Yeah, it's a hunt, and so you technically won't have idle farms, I guess, is what it's classing it as.
Yeah.
You are training.
villagers do you train?
You are training 4 lots of villagers now, and the villagers are going to die. So that will
free up more farmers.
that will sort that problem out. Thank you, independent Scorpion. There, monks are going to die.
I meant to get redemption.
Oh, but the lone Scorpion's coming in. He's been pulled in by attack.
Oh no, that just means that all the long swordsmen are gonna. Yo, no! Don't let them in. One of them is in, I think.
They're waiting.
They didn't attack anything.
And they all converted the same. Oh my god.
Did you go for? I was gonna say, did you go for Theocracy, Kimberly?
Nah, only the two. The Thother and the one that gives plus 15 HP.
So the longswordsmen are in. We've got a villager that's trapped.
A lot of villagers up there are trapped. Two at least.
It's fortunate that this pressure is coming in.
We have 6 longswordman production from barracks. They are getting shot down.
What kind of armor do they have?
How much armor?
Wait, that's the wrong taunt. It says "All hail King of the Losers," but I chose.
Oh, the numbers are a bit weird on Definitive Edition. I think Mr. Elephant pointed that out at one point.
Oh,
they're a little
that
screwed up for
sucks.
some reason.
No.
We'll just have to imagine I need a monk in a slightly Homer Simpson voice.
Monk, I need a monk.
So how many villagers does Lynx have? Holy shit! Over 100. Okay.
It's Popcat.
Almost.
Well, not Popcat, but Hells, sorry.
I stop at 75 villages.
Okay. I like the choke
But you
point.
have
The choke
So the
point.
late game is probably yours.
No, you have wheelbarrow and handcart, right? My villagers don't. My villagers are half as efficient as yours.
I think, weirdly enough, Black Forest of all places, LiveScript seems to have a little bit of trouble with wood, I think.
Yeah, I overestimated the wood chopping bonus.
I thought you were going all in on the market walls initially because you had it for your Castle Age.
Yeah, I forgot to add I thought I had, but yeah, I only have like some basic market rules, I guess, for imp.
Rorrik's just stockpiling resources. Just. Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't get around to doing the market rules.
Hey, the monks and the scorpions are doing the work though. Though.
Wait, where are my spears? Do I not have spearmen?
No. These are converted. These are converted longswordsmen.
Yeah, but why do I not have spearmen? That's crazy. Okay.
You're low on wood.
Maybe I did some shit. Maybe I did some bullshit in the end.
Well, I think it's prioritizing scorpions, right? So whenever you get the wood, you're getting scorpions first.
Yeah, no, should. Do I even have a barrack? Can you check if I have a barrack?
You must do, right?
I don't think I have a
Oh, you
barrack.
don't? It must have got destroyed.
No.
Because
you don't need a barrack for a siege workshop. You only need a barrack.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I don't think we ever had enough presents to destroy a barracks.
Just run out of space.
No, the wood is a problem. Look at it.
That's true. Maybe you've never had enough wood for it.
Okay,
So we've got champions, but they're not attacking the walls.
You're never gonna make it through those walls. Does attack now attack walls? I thought it did.
No, you have to set a strategic number for that.
I think siege will though. So if you're training rams, I think they will.
We could be training rams, yeah. Where are they?
You've got the siege workshop, but I don't think they're not attacking now anyway, aren't they? The champions. They have. This is just TSA that's kicking in, I guess.
Right, that's just defensive behavior.
Yeah, when I quickly checked Lynx.
This is a problem.
I saw that it only attacks after 70 military pop.
Yeah, but it should be getting close to 70 military pop.
Oh, the castle's like nicely placed so to stop some of that damage.
All hail, king of the losers!
It's weird pathing
We're
going
still
on here.
getting fish. There's a lot of fish. Well, I think that LiveScript ended up with 3 relics because the wall has 1 relic on that side.
Yeah,
3 relics, yeah.
I don't think I'll ever upgrade my scorpions or get the wood for even barracks, so this is tricky.
I think this is the attack now kicking in.
King of the
Yeah,
losers!
we're definitely over 70. I'm curious why it didn't build any rams. It was building rams in my test.
All hail, king of the losers!
Maybe it just didn't have bodies.
I mean, the gates are... I don't know how the gates have been
Yeah,
damaged, but...
They attacked the gate for a second. And now
Hail,
they're
king of the losers!
I'm running out of gold.
Can you send me over some of those 10,000 wood?
Let's check back over. I think that is it. I think it's... Yeah, the wood's a problem, isn't it? And it's probably this area here that's doing it, because it's slowing them down.
All hail, king of the losers!
They are repairing the gate, though. I did see you add that. That was a nice touch.
Oh no. You can't repair the gate. Where are
Wait,
the
it's
rams?
fortified gate? Wait, it's fortified vault costs wood though. Where did she get the wood for that?
Oh, here they come.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, how did they research fortified wall?
Is your barracks only built in a certain age?
No, barracks are built after I have a siege workshop. So I must have 1 siege workshop and then it's allowed to build there.
Have you got murder holes? You do.
Us. It's the Peterson tag. Come on, it's a campaign tag. Of course I get it. That just like the
Rebuild
tiles.
constant.
TC
Yeah,
going down here.
Yeah, can you just call it, please? Like this is over.
Happy to call it there.
Wait, actually,
totally
wait
yours.
until my AI resigns. I want to do this.
See if the resign kicks in.
I didn't get around to putting a resign rule in.
All hail, king
So I actually I thought you would rush, and because I first thought you had like an archer suit or something. Because Dravidians I was like question mark. I no idea. So I thought maybe an archer rush is coming. But yeah.
All hail,
Oh my god, there's stuff.
I was going to say
Okay, you can.
12 barracks. I noticed, Rorrik, you had a really nice rule which was about if the train site for your infantry isn't ready, then build more of it. Such a nice rule. You can just scale up your barracks without
like it.
just in like one rule.
But I had to research on AI scripters to find that rule. I couldn't remember how to do it.
I've seen that rule before, but I never thought of using it in that way. It's really nice. So yeah, it'll just keep scaling up.
Well, GG, Kim. That was.
The wall.
I was worried.
The wall is a
yeah.
problem. If a castle ends up behind that wall, I think that could be an issue.
The gate got damaged when the scorpion was attacking them behind the wall, but it didn't happen the second time. I don't know why they attacked that wall the one time.
Yeah, it's
But
it's weird. I remember a lot of games on HD where I was just speeding it up and just waiting for it to gradually go down when they occasionally hit the wall. I'm not sure what triggers it.
I wonder what I did to break the battering ram training at the last minute.
Not sure. GG though. I'm just going to pan back over. If you can ping me a message again.
I did already.
Nice. As I was saying, if you Rorrik, ping me a message if you want that initial answer changed, but I'm assuming not.
Initial answer is good. Yeah.
So, Rorrik, I think your AI should train battering rams because you have a very simple rule there. Like, there's no exceptions. Like, you just train rams.
I think it must have just been pop capped.
I think it just preferred, like you had so many more barracks where you could, because the militiaman line is over, like it comes in priority before the battering ram line, so it tries to train all militia it can and then only go for battering rams, I think.
Yeah, but I still would have thought it would train some battering rams after it lost a big army, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Maybe.
Message from Wattle. Hello, when was this scripted? Just now, 2 hours ago, Wattle. So yeah, these were made in just 2 hours. They learnt about the civs and map this morning or this afternoon and cracked on. And now we've got Japanese versus Malians. So the other side of this.
The change up. I like that we both used both our civs.
Oh yeah, you switched too. Well,
let's look at the maps this time.
You're using the Japanese
Malians
to build 2 lumber camps right away. Huh?
There's a
I need to
lake.
I need to check the tech tree again for Dravidians because I have no fucking clue what the heck's.
None of us have a very good.
Oh my god, they are fun. Dravidians are fun. Barracks.
They are.
Barrack tax minus 50% cost. What the fuck? That's crazy. Oh my god, I need to make an AI for this.
Look at their Woot steel tech.
Yeah, that's expensive though. Like no one cares. It's
But
you
they
need
get
a
discount
castle. You
on-
need like 800 gold or some shit probably. Let me check.
Yeah.
I love that LiveScript's already gone for a mining camp. It's just like, yep, let's just get all the Dark Age buildings done.
Well, that's your Japanese 50% off
Yeah.
drop locations bonus coming in.
You'll see a second mining camp too in a bit.
Get them all done.
But there's still no mill, right?
Wait, for me? Really?
There is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yes.
it is.
And it's next to the boar as well. That's really nice, actually. Boar and deer.
Mix the boar and the deer. That's actually going to be really helpful.
That should, when you do have your hunt switched on,
But you
that should
have your
trigger it.
fucking pawns again. This is okay. I have one. I'm
Yeah,
silent. I was just about to rage, but I'm calm.
I mean, look at, like, you got this late, but look at this fish. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not great. Oh, my deer are by the mill too. So
Very nice. I'm just looking out for boar as well, because
Oh look,
I
there's a
always feel
wolf
like-
drinking from that pond.
oh wow. I don't think these are going to get hunted though.
no, they're too far away. I thought about in some of my other AIs. Once I get loom, I allow hunting boars farther away. But I didn't have the time to think about how to do it.
I think you do have that, don't you, Kimberly, with LiveScript? I think I saw some long distance boar hunting.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not on purpose.
Yeah, I don't see any bonus boar here, so there we go. And it's leaning back to the
If I
TT.
lo-
Oh
if-
no!
If my live script, what happened?
Lost the villager to the boar.
The boars are a little. Oh,
Doesn't
really?
matter.
Oh, I thought it was just
Was
the
it
boar.
was it a girl or a guy?
I can't remember. But
If
they were trying to lure the boar from from the mill to the TC, and they got killed in the process of that.
Doesn't matter. It's 1 bit. Like what matters more is like where, like if the wall building is stupid again. If I
I'm really
Prep
curious what the
again.
wall is going to do with this with the choke point this shape. It depends on what your radius you set was, huh?
I think it's around 25 from the.
Because it might just be right at the top of that hill, which would be the perfect place for a wall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now it's further. It's further.
But if it's far enough, it might go into that pocket there and end up being a really wide wall.
And we got
There's a lot of
Castle Age on the way, and we've got probably another Castle Age on the way very shortly. Just waiting for the market.
No wood.
There it is.
Oh, never mind.
And you said you don't build a barracks until your siege workshop's done, right?
Not for the Japanese. The Japanese play it very differently.
Okay.
Okay.
They go for militia line and they go for samurai.
Well, they won't go militia line without a barracks. Oh, there it is.
There's a... You can trust me. I tested. I did like 12 matches of testing. I had so much free time. So much
Meanwhile, I'm right at the end trying to get my.
I wanted to get
forging
multiple
at it.
TCs, but I didn't know how to like I can't wait for 275 wood. That's too much. Like why would I wait for 275 wood?
I think the difference as well, like I was saying this in the commentary on the way to it. We've got Rorrik, you were like, okay, so for villager 10, we're going to have this distribution. For villager 11, we're going to have this. And Kimberly was like, five vills. Like, we'll do this. 10 vills will do that. That'll do. 20%? 20%. We'll go with that. So I think that saved a bit of time. But it's interesting to see, like, oh, there we go, the long distance ball.
Wait, am I stealing you?
Oh!
My guys are trying to get it. I'm gonna take some of it.
But it just shows, like, I mean, it does make, you can see the smaller differences in the timings when you're a bit more precise with it. But also, it just shows, like, you don't have to get every single, like, little detail right to just get a decent build. Like, you've got to Castle Age, and you've got your castle up, and you're probably going to war shortly. There you are. Like,
Oh no, I don't think the AI will build up. Never mind.
no, that's worked out really
Never mind.
nicely. And actually, it's on the right side of the lumber camp, so I don't think your wood issue will be as bad. What's going on down here? They're stealing more boar. That might be an issue.
Oh, it might be
That village is dead with that blue one.
But more of them are coming. So this is how many vills have you lost to boar?
It's a war of 400.
A samurai coming in. Are they killing the boar? Is that what this is coming to? Samurai are a problem.
Town centers will get them eventually. Oh, but not those ones over by the monastery.
They're so quick.
Wait, why is the scout? The scout was like, I want to fight you.
This is some serious aggression.
It's
The castle's being built here. This might help.
wait, I'm not using attack now. I'm using attack groups.
I think you might be using just enemies in range from the conga line of
battering ram.
hunters.
You're battering the ram line rule birds.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we are getting battering rams this time.
You haven't got the food for the military, right? That's the issue.
Yeah, that's what's holding us back right now. That's interesting. I'm surprised that castle didn't get cancelled. I didn't do anything to prevent villagers from cancelling the castle.
I think the issue here as well is actually you having more TCs. It's eating up your food.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Do the samurai have any upgrade?
They've got one.
Yeah, one.
Feudal upgrades. Yeah, you keep pushing us back to the town center and off the farms, and so it's making it awkward to try to get military.
I wish you would get more ramps and waste your... Well, actually you wouldn't waste much because you have more than enough gold and wood. So it wouldn't even matter.
So slowly gathering the stone for castles.
I wasn't planning on mining stone at all, but I wanted that fourth town center, and so I had to mine stone, and if I'm mining stone, I might as well build castles.
Yeah, which sucks for me.
The marketing rules would be a real bugger.
Yeah.
Can you
Could've
check
just
my villager population?
They're about the same. Oh, that's going down though, potentially.
Oh, I want for the relic.
You can't have the relics, they're my relics.
I'm just checking as well, because I know...
But Mom said it's my time to rest.
Oh, the forward stone. That's aggressive.
That's
The
awesome.
Batumams are coming out, they're like, no you don't.
Oh, they're after the
Unfortunately, the samurai are like, yes you do.
yeah, this is bad.
And now we're training Batumams again.
Yeah,
I was
but
wondering
again,
if...
that doesn't matter because, like, look at these resources.
Well,
We can afford battery rams.
At the moment, it's just a +1 armor, but if that armor gets improved, I don't think you have fletching or bodkin.
I don't get fletching or anything, no. This is gonna be, I think that the Japanese have this with LiveScript. We'll have to see.
It's gradually building up.
We're just not getting enough food to build or any defensive units. With all this pressure.
How many monks do I have? You keep training monks. I think I forgot to put a limit.
Oh,
No, you had a limit. I think it was like 3 or 4, but they're coming in and dying. That's what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
you're keeping hold of that though.
Actually, you can check if you do on the right bottom of the minimap. You can switch to the 8. Look,
8?
8 already. And try
Is it
more.
is it monks with relic that you're searching for though?
No, I checked for monk set for both.
Ah, cool.
You do check the monk set, yeah.
How is that monastery still alive?
Oh, the relics are gone.
Yeah, this looks.
I think this is looking done.
You train extra monks if you have more than 500 gold.
Yeah, I think I forgot to. I wanted to have max of 5, I think.
So
But
Rorrik has enough resources to build more TCs. So if he builds the TCs near the castles, that actually may that may balance this out.
We'll see. The farms are.
I mean,
do you
yeah,
There's
delete?
no flex.
Do you delete
And-
farms if they are too far away? Probably not, right?
No, so we'll have to work through all the farms eventually.
although no, 12
Stolen the
villagers.
relic.
He is building another TC there, but yeah, 12, 7. This is done.
Yeah, this is.
I think you have enough infantry to tear the castles down.
Do I have us? Probably.
They are trying to build another TC here, but that's not going to go up with the builds.
Yeah, with one villager.
That's it. All right.
Of
GG.
3, it was 2, I think.
Oh, is he still producing those? Anyway,
No.
it doesn't matter, right? they can't get to anything useful with this thing.
Interesting you didn't get to Imperial.
Well,
Suppose you don't need it.
struggle a lot, right? So we didn't even have enough food to make units to defend.
Oh, I meant Kimberly with LiveScript.
Oh,
Stone
definitely.
Castle.
Yeah. Interesting.
Cool.
We don't need to.
I was
Thought
gonna.
about
GG. 1-1.
that. Excellent.
That's
Right.
what we want.
Next one is a decision.
Yeah. Again, ping me a message if you have a civ in mind, or if you want to change your mind if you sent me them before.
Well, it's probably gonna be the winner says against each other. Like, if I had
You
to-
may be surprised to
I had
see.
Yeah, I mean,
That we have both picked our winning civilizations.
like, how could we?
But I don't think Dravidians are significantly enough better than Malians in this script to overcome that Japanese early attack. I think that
Maybe the
probably
200x would make a difference.
It could.
Potentially.
And the less
cheaper
cost, the cheaper tax for infantry could allow you to produce infantry before rams.
I think that's the only chance I've got here. Yep. It's getting to stuff a little bit earlier with the cheaper tax.
Anyway, I'm AFK for 2 minutes.
No worries.
Longsword research that saves you 150 food. No.
Oh, of course, you're waiting for that. Yeah, I did see that.
Saves you 75 food. It's not a lot of savings for the Dravidian bonus.
I'm intrigued, by the way, Rorrik. You because the last couple of AIs you've made have been you've kind of done them on a timer, like Vagabond and Gladiator. Was that directly off the back of Script Off that you were like, I can do it, I can do them in this time, or
I didn't have the timer on Gladiator so much. I started out doing it and then I ended up not. With Vagabond, it was because going into the Wandering Bots tournament, people were saying that it was too hard for new scripters and it wasn't a noob friendly.
Yeah.
And so because people were saying that the seasoned AIs, the people who spent thousands of hours on, were always going to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, well, maybe I should do something to test that. And so that's why I timed Vagabond, right? I said, I'm going to do Vagabond. I'm going to stream the whole thing so that new people can see Vagabond being scripted. And I'm going to time how long it takes. And I think he entered the tournament at an 8-hour script, right?
Yeah.
And was competitive. And so it was mostly just trying to dispel this idea that new scripters can't compete, right? I wanted, I didn't want new scripters to be hearing that there's no way they can catch up, because I think they can.
And like even like I mean, with matchups like this as well, like I know, Kimberly, you were testing against the Peterson AI, but if you're a new scripter and you see that you can make an AI that, without any without DEC, that you can make an AI that beats the built-in, the original built-in AI in a couple of hours. Like, that's great if you're like a first-time scripter and you're just trying to get an initial milestone.
Yep. And so I think one of the big takeaways from these script offs is that you don't have to commit your entire life to AI scripting to make good scripts that do good things.
It also, I think it's also great that it shows how different, like how you can put in your personality and how everyone does his or her own, like, kind of scripting.
Oh, your methods of scripting were totally different. It's great to see.
Yeah, my scripting is very streamlined. Like, I usually, like, I make several AIs per month, so it's for me, it's just, okay, I need these strategic numbers, I need these text, I need this, I need that. So this is just burned into my head.
There was a question from from Wattle, by the way, asking Kimberly, did you get more or less stress than you thought you'd get doing this?
Well, I I thought I wouldn't care, but in the end I got very competitive, especially when I saw the maps. But this time it's the other way around. This time I got the ponds. I got the ponds. I am queen of the ponds.
2 of the ponds are right in the path there. I wonder how your walls are gonna come up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's actually good for me because I need to wall this.
Yeah, but it's a wider path than on the previous ones too. I'm curious where the wall is gonna land.
How about from your side, right? Second time doing this, with the drafting system and stuff. Have you found this more or less stressful than the first time?
Maybe more stressful because last time I studied a lot and had figured out kind of what I wanted to do and how to. Yeah, and so this time I was going more upon my existing knowledge and it's been.
How are my villagers too stupid to hunt boars? One died already. One died almost. One almost died again.
Getting there, but you kept them alive.
Yeah, thank God for the automatic TC put villages in.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
Going on the prep side of things, I'm just thinking because obviously as well this time around you've had an hour less. Kimberly, maybe just starting with you. If you had an hour more, so you had the 3 hours that previous script offs, what would you? Is there anything specific you'd have done with that extra hour, or something you'd done?
I would have added more chat messages, and I would have made a lot more strategy. So yeah, and maybe because it's competitive. Actually, I usually don't do competitive stuff, but I may have tried to counter stuff. But I think 2 hours was exactly the right amount of time for me. I love this amount of time.
I was amazed it was it's done so. Yeah, so much has been done in that
especially
short
because I get very my brain gets very tired after an hour, after 3 hours. 3 hours is not much.
It's a long time for sure.
Yeah.
How about on your side, Rorrik? If you had the extra hour, what would you have done with it?
Well, I think I would have finished getting all my infantry upgrades. I probably would have added some unique unit training.
You probably would have thought of me though.
and I hope I would have thought to add the economy upgrades. And I also hope I would have thought to add the chase.
Get those fucking monks. Oh no. You need to get the monks. The monk. No Walolo here. No! I hate monks. Ha! Counter monk.
I think the question is how quickly are they coming through? We got two barrack long swordsman production and 1 castle samurai, which I think is about equal. I think samurai produce really quickly.
Well, the samurai beat long swordsman.
Samurai I think 7 seconds or something.
Oh, the samurai as well, they counter themselves, don't they? Because they're both unique units. So
yeah, they
that's
counter them.
They do counter this.
we got a castle somewhat close to the eco this time around.
This castle's good, I think.
Then I might have gone in and added. I might have noticed to build castles with more than 1 villager, and I might have added to build them forward instead of wherever they want.
It's amazing, the kind of things you do automatically, right? For me, castle assigning a number of villagers to it, that's an automatic thing. But I wouldn't have thought I don't know, dealing with walls. That wouldn't have crossed my mind at all.
Well, something I missed last time that I think is why I needed the technicality to win was that I only ever built 2 stables, right? And so this time I was really focused on making sure I got enough production building.
Yeah, and these buildings will scale up. It's looking more evenly matched this time around. The food is still a problem.
This time he has his infantry, so.
Food's our limiting factor, but we are producing villagers, and
I was
we
gonna
are
say.
producing just enough military to hold.
But this time you won't get battering rams again, so.
Why wouldn't we get battering ram? I don't know why we're not getting battering.
Because infantry.
Well, but we have the pop space, and we have the wood and the gold.
Is it a civil?
No. It's very simple.
Oh.
It says if I have
Armored elephants. That's why. They don't get battering rams.
why. No. It's because it costs food to build the battering ram.
And it's a different line as well. Armored elephants.
Battering ram line does work to build armored elephants.
Does it?
If I remember from my previous tests. Yeah, I haven't had problems when the armored elephants came out. I didn't have to change anything in my other AIs to build the battering, to build the armored elephants.
You're
Maybe I did. I'm thinking wrong. I'm thinking about something else.
I don't like that your numbers are increasing in mine.
Oh, and there is a walk around, but oh no, it's not. It's just where the backs are.
It's walled off. And I did wonder if she was going to end up walling, if the distance was just right. She was going to spend all kinds of stone walling around the whole walk around. But it didn't end up being that way.
This is a nice choke point.
So I actually managed to hold that off.
I was going to say, I think the production though, I think Kimberly's LiveScript is caught up.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple minutes here, right? Because if
the moment you hit the
Lynx
number of villagers,
yeah, there's suddenly going to be a pushback. So he's got to survive for another couple minutes here, and then he'll be in good shape.
well, look at this stream. You've built so many barracks, and you can see when the villagers stop being trained, like the stream just came along.
My only saving grace is that I have market rules and you don't.
I don't, and it was on my list of things when I was thinking about what I had to do yesterday. I said market rules are #1 on the list. Well, we're still struggling for food because you've idled all the farms.
I think the monks are playing a big part in it as well. Like I think those conversions of some samurai makes a big difference because you've got the meat shields from the longswordmen. Oh, but we've got villagers coming out here. That could be problematic. No ballistics, so they might be alright.
You don't seem to have ballistics.
Nah, I don't build a university. Why would I do that?
Ballistics is for nerds.
You know, my wife mocks me every time. When I used to stream tournaments, and she would just laugh because I never remembered the ballistics, even as a player.
So actually, I have to go. Can you, Bandit? Can you send me a message who's won?
Yeah, of course.
When you're done streaming.
Yeah. No problem. I'll send you the recordings as well.
Thank you for this, and it was very exciting and very fun. Rorrik, thank you, and GG's to you too. And
It was a great matchup.
It's been really good. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Bye. Oh, and the sea of blues coming in now. The fills are there though.
I thought we were going to hold against it, yeah, but every time that sea of blue comes in, we lose enough vills that it resets us.
Also, the second level armor's coming in. That's making an impact, I think.
And red doesn't have enough room to build another castle. Right, like if they would burn down a couple buildings, we might be able to get another castle up.
Yeah.
I think blue's got this.
I think they might do.
That's enough dead villagers that we're never going to get production back again.
Yeah, about level on villagers now.
Yeah, but just there's enough military now that we're never going to collect enough food to build the art to start building military again. Right, we've lost access to too many farms. I think that's it.
Samurai.
I didn't expect any. I'm going to admit that I built this strategy expecting Kimberly to have no aggression whatsoever. And so the Japanese attacking the samurai as soon as possible was a huge surprise for me.
Yeah, it's interesting watching through it as well. Like I was expecting just defensive castle, wall up, boom, and it wasn't. It's straight into the training samurai. Yeah, they're coming through now. I think that's GG.
Yeah, I really needed to build walls. I have never walled before, and I need to do some research on that.
Yeah,
When we
the
did
one
our
that
script
Kimberly's done is
before-
quite easy. There's, I think it's just 2 rules.
Yeah.
But hey, that was a really fun matchup.
That was. I'm really glad that I participated.
And you know, 2-1 as well. Like that's what you want from it, really. It's
Yeah, well, that only happened because she picked Celts. The Japanese are pretty dominant here. This was a good back and forth game, right? So this final game was the best of the games for sure.
yeah. I think all of the games as well. I guess it's part of Black Forest, right? It's it was all happening in a choke point. And
Yep.
I think if any of you, whoever was going to be the first to break through that choke point and disrupt the eco, is the one that takes it.
Yeah, aggression was really important there. All right. Well, thank
GG.
you very much, Bandit. This was great. GG's, Kimberly.
Thank you for joining. Yeah, well done again. Like 2 hours, and we got those matchups. That was awesome. So yeah, thank you for your time. And anyone else on the stream who's joined us, thanks for joining. We'll close off here because we're going to be back on tonight with Toby versus Promi. Yeah, thanks, and take care and have a great rest of the weekend.
You too.